Welcome back to the Afro Anime Initiative podcast. Here on the Afro Anime Initiative, we discuss everything in Afrofuturism from A to Z. And with all the topics we're covering today, yeah, I think we hit all 26 letters. But before we begin, follow the Afro Anime Initiative on our social media at Afro Anime Initiative on Instagram and Facebook, and check out our Facebook page. We drop a lot of cool articles. And follow us at Afro_AI on Twitter and right here on YouTube, where of course you can talk to us directly. I am your host, Darren Bradley, and today I have with me Paulina Guerriere. Paulina, say what's up to the people.
Hey yo, I hope you guys are being safe and not stupid. If not, I'll probably treat all of you cuz y'all dumb. But not really. I love you guys. I hope you guys are okay though.
Our other co-host riding back with us again, Marvette. How you feeling? Say what's up.
What up, what up, what up? And damn, Polly, you just went in on them.
Yeah, I'm in that mood today.
Oh,
Cool. Let's maybe we can change that mood by giving the people a gift of knowledge. Infantium, Afrofuturistic Tale by Tim Fielder. Sci-Fi Wire just dropped an incredible article talking about him and visual Afrofuturism and how it's different from regular Afrofuturism, where you just add black stuff to the future. Visual Afrofuturism is taking the very idea and identity of the African diaspora and putting it into sci-fi. It's a great article. Yeah, I know, an article, right? On a website. A great article, and it really gets in, and it links to Tim Fielder's TED Talk, and it's a fascinating listen. I'm only halfway through, not gonna lie, but so far I'm shook, and it's making me change some of the ideas of my own writing. It's a good stuff. But check out Infantium, Afrofuture Tale. I'll probably buy it this weekend. And also check out all the black authors wherever you buy your books from, whether it's hard copies or digital, because there are just tons of sales on black authors. And with Black History Month winding down, I know those sales are gonna go away. So grab stuff as much as you can. Guys, how do you feel about Infantium in Afrofuturistic Tale? Let's start with you, Murph.
I was sold at the background of the book. I'm definitely purchasing it this weekend. And guys, look out for a review from me and Darren possibly in the future. And just basically the background of it is it's a king who is cursed with the gift of immortality. I'm a sucker for these things. Deal with it.
Side note before we move on to Paulina, I've promised you guys a whole bunch of reading reviews, and I have forgotten. I just ain't read nothing, so calm down. Paulina, how do you feel about this book?
uh, this looks like something that I'm interested in too. That it has I can't say a whole new take on Afrofuturism. It's Afrofuturism, period. So hopefully I can get my hands on a copy too. Don't bank on it because I'm a broke college student. However, at some point I do need to add it to my library because this is definitive for me. This is absolutely definitive. Yeah, I can't talk.
Yeah, I'm copying it. Yeah, it's all right. I'm copying on the Comixology app. No, on the Kindle app. Amazon is doing really fantastic sales this month.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna get it off of there.
If you can't purchase it or get an e-copy, guess what? Check out your local library.
Of course.
Facts.
Support your local library, please.
Yes.
Yeah, and take your own hand sanitizer.
Yes.
We're gonna move out of guys. We got so much stuff to cover. We're gonna go in and out of Afrofuturism and just in a general geekdom. Just spread the love everywhere. And right now, we're gonna talk about Paramount Plus and the startling lineup that they're coming out the gate after they switched over from CBS All Access. They was just looking around. It's like, oh, y'all was serious about this streaming stuff. Okay, let me show you all the stuff we own and we taking away from y'all. I'm not gonna go through the whole rundown. I'm just gonna come out with some of the stuff that caught my attention. Everything Star Trek, and I do mean everything Star Trek. Halo. I'm like, wait, didn't Halo go to Showtime? Then I forgot that Paramount owns Showtime and BET. So guess what, y'all? Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of weird stuff and black people. That's what Paramount Plus is gonna be for a minute. The Spongebob movie, which is already out, by the way. Whoa. Like, y'all just waiting? Y'all couldn't have dropped SpongeBob early? Punks. And some of you guys might be, you might not. Frasier is coming back. Yes, I used to watch Frasier as a kid. I don't think
That's a classic.
Bro, but I don't think nobody at our age actually understands why we watch Frasier as children. We didn't understand all that crap, but we watched it every day it came on. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that stuff. P, did anything stand out for you in the lineup for the new Paramount Plus?
The SpongeBob thing, and yes, Frasier too. When I saw that and I heard that Kelsey Grammer is actually coming back into his role, I'm like, yes. At the at the same time, I'm like, but why? I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with it, but it looks. I'm keeping an eye on Paramount because I'm trying to limit how many streaming services that I. This will forever be a thing, y'all. Every episode, if we bring up anything with streaming services, I will point out just how many I can actually support. So I may have to drop someone in my lineup and just go to Paramount because it's a lot. It's a lot. I can't even list them off the top of my head. But we'll see what else they got because they're serious, like you said.
Merv, what stood out with you with the Paramount Plus lineup?
They might as well just call themselves nostalgia because at this moment, they're just going ahead and put a lot of everybody's favorites in there. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm a fan of Avatar. Sorry, but not sorry. That stood out for me first. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, but why would we be sorry about that?
Because some folks are like, really? Avatar?
Don't worry, we gonna talk about that later on.
Bet.
Man. All right, yeah. I honestly, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I might just have to find another girl that has a Paramount Plus account and start messing with her because this is ridiculous.
Who was the first one?
Who was the first what?
You say you have to find another girl that has a Paramount account plus.
Why worry about my business? Yeah, honey. The hell?
Wait a minute.
Hold on. You're going to get access to it when I get access to it so we can watch stuff for the podcast. Calm down, homie. Calm down.
Okay.
You sure about that?
Huh?
You sure about that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Because if I get access, y'all get access. I'm saying. I'm just going to charge y'all less than what I charge them. Don't worry about it. But yeah.
Bullshit.
This is being recorded, remember. It's being recorded.
Hey, I'm the one that advertised it. I got it. I'm here, homie. I'm here. Cool. But yeah, I was shocked at how much stuff CBS owns, man.
Oh yeah, they own a lot.
Man.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Reno 911. They already tried it once with somebody else's streaming service. They're like, oh, well, screw that. Let's bring it over here. Paramount Plus.
Comedy Central. It was not working.
Yeah. And they own Comedy Central. They're like, we're just gonna do it over here. We're just gonna take it. Can we have it? Thank you. I'm like, but y'all already own Comedy Central. Okay. Like, okay. Yeah. Wow. It's too much. Well, I don't want to say it's too much. I just want to say it's very intelligent of them because CBS All Access sucked. I'm sorry, it really did. Yes, you had The Twilight Zone by Jordan Peele, which got canceled, by the way. That was also in the news with them. Yeah, it got canceled. It's all right. They're gonna do some movies with them, I think. So it'll be all good. Cool. But it was just like that's all y'all had was that in Star Trek. Now y'all like we own a lot of stuff, but nobody likes the CBS. CBS it has that stench of being for old white people. It just does. They're like, nah, we do more than that. Dora, I forgot. Dora, they own Dora, so that's them. They own Nickelodeon, so they know they're finna get all that. Then even though the new Rugrats does not look good, I did not like that. I don't know what y'all doing, but stop it. It's an astonishing lineup. I am amazed, honestly, and the price is ridiculous. I believe it's $6, and you get access to everything.
I'm on it.
$6.
Oh, I'm on it
right now. $6.
No, you don't need a girl for that shit. You could pay for it yourself.
Right.
Yeah, but it's more fun my way. So $6, super cheap. And I think they're only doing it for like a couple of weeks. Like they just want to build up the numbers real fast to show that they're competing with Disney and Netflix. And I'm like, yeah, well, you keep taking stuff away. Yeah, you competing. Because that's basically what you're doing. You're just taking everything away. But man, Paramount Plus, good job, guys. Good job. Like I said, a lot of stuff to cover. We're going in and out of general geekdom and Afrofuturism. And this Afrofuturism story is beautiful. Nashley Saparas, I hope I'm saying it right. 35-year-old black AI researcher at Amazon has decided that her next big objective to complete in her life is a $25 million, 12-acre tech hub right in Jackson, Mississippi, right where the people are, her African people. I love this story. You know what? But Merv, I'm gonna let you kick off. How do you feel about Nashley's future goals in life?
She herself is a goal to many young black women.
Mm,
She is
mm.
a goal. She sold her company to Amazon and she worked for Amazon. She led a whole startup, she started her own nonprofit, and now she's doing something like this in her hometown. Black girl magic. Thank you, ma'am, for being a wonderful role model.
And forgive me for saying your last name horribly, but Nashley, yes. P, how do you feel about Nashley's future goals in life?
Well, I was just talking about Jackson, Mississippi like 2 days ago, and I've traveled through it, does not look good. So, with that said, with this happening, fingers crossed that this will actually bring improvement to the city by a significant amount. I really think that people need it. I hope the people benefit from it because, as far as I understand, a lot of tech hubs don't really help with the city, or at least the local government doesn't. They ain't real good with that. So I'm hoping that this is an actual legit cool thing, not only for her, but for the city and for the people to be a part of this, for revenue, for jobs, and better, and for at least opportunities for education, creating, programs for youth so they can get into tech where otherwise they wouldn't have, not have been able to get that opportunity. Hopefully more black girls would be into it, will be
Yeah,
involved in it, will be a part of it. And this is a central thing, just kind of paving the way for black kids,
definitely.
boys and girls, especially girls. I'm gonna have to say for my girls too, um, to get into tech, to get their foot in, to do what they desire through technology, and perhaps make this world a better place through tech.
Yeah, she mentioned that in the article because she was like how difficult it was for her
Mm-hmm.
when that was the career path she wanted to go and nobody knew. And she was like, it's the stuff that we do every day.
Right.
Like this the stuff that Amazon and them are doing is not nothing new.
Right.
Amazon just innovated it. So she's just like, yeah, but that's what I want to do. And she was talking about in the article. It was an Inc. article, by the way. I'm sorry I didn't mention that at the beginning. In the Inc. article, she says like, no, I want to make that avenue easy and open to let people know, like, no. There are many things you can do on the tech side that they don't tell you about. It's not just being the billionaire that owns the company. No, you could be the person that creates the thing that the billionaire buys it from. And that because I was like, so it was a really good article. She spoke about a lot of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I'm not gonna say your last name again. Nashley, again, we salute you and we feel like these are things that people should do because we talk about it all the time, how our creatives sell their stuff off. But she just didn't sell it off. She sold it off, got the money, held the money, and still got a job and still saved up money to go do her dream.
Yep.
And this is her dream. And I think the more pub, the more shine she gets on it, I believe more people will come to invest in it. They might do it quietly. It may not be a big giant hoopla, but it'll be something that will be quietly built and actually accomplished. I believe in Nashley. That should be the hashtag. I believe in Nashley.
I like that.
Do. Yeah, for real. I believe and I think she's gonna get this done. Man, Jackson, Mississippi. Come on, y'all got y'all a good one there. Y'all better help her and support her. Y'all got y'all a good one.
Exactly. Like support.
Mhm.
And local government better not mess this up.
Exactly. Yeah. Look, I hope she understands on the business side, you also got to bow off the politicians. So,
Yep.
actually, I believe in you. I believe in
She's
Ashley.
smart with that too.
Mm-hmm. Man. Okay. So, from Nashley to our beautiful friends, as Marvette had mentioned a few articles over, Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon has officially announced the creation of Avatar Studios so they can better, how should I say, support, monetize, build, take more money, create, get more of your money, brand for Avatar in movies, animation, book series, action, figures. Like, look, they basically said, hey, it took us too long in between series. It took us too long to create new stuff. It's taking us too long to make more money off of something that y'all took for Netflix. Again, CBS, y'all own this because y'all own Nickelodeon. The day that those shows went on Netflix, they moved to number one each series. The Legend and Airbender, all both number one. And it's taking y'all this long to realize, oh wait, people like Avatar. Duh. Duh. But I believe this is an incredibly smart move for them to create their own studio where the people who get hired there are only focused on one thing and one thing only, and that is creating more with the Avatar brand. P, how do you feel about the announcement of Avatar Studios by Nickelodeon?
Hopefully, it's an expansion on the universe itself because I'm fascinated with world building. Avatar: The Last Airbender, and to an extent, The Legend of Korra has some really good world building. So I want to know more. I want to see more. I hopefully that there are other like cool characters a part of this world. Uh, I can't say I'm excited, like, oh my god, because it took too long, far too long. I'm glad that the two main creators are a part of this. Now, I'm hoping that somebody above doesn't mess up and drive them out. Again, they better not. Because it's like, what's the point? What's the point without their input, without their mind? But that's just me. That's how I feel. Otherwise, it's a cool idea. I mean, yes, it's more money, but it's a cool universe. It's beloved. It's people love it. It's a great thing. We all grew up with it. I like it. I'm excited for it. So hopefully it's not jank or nothing. But who knows? Who knows?
About Nickelodeon's announcement of Avatar Studios.
I'm excited about it. Looking forward to it. As a recent viewer of The Last Airbender and Korra, hell yeah, I'm excited for this shit. It's fresh in my mind. I want to, more. And yes, Netflix helped expand the viewing of these freaking awesome shows. Like, hello.
Yeah.
Hurry up, please give us a shit already.
Facts. Right now, there's this great YouTube channel called Comic Storian. Go check them out. They're great. They're fantastic. It's basically audiobooks. And they've been covering a lot of the Avatar books, the Last Emperor and the Legend of Korra stuff. Mm-hmm. And I was like, y'all had like 6 more years of cartoons right here, just from the books alone. Why did y'all stop? Like, and I mean, these books are written so well. And like I said, I think only on one book is the actual creators. Did they write them? It's been other authors. And they capture the spirit of the characters. They world build, like Pauline was saying. And it's like, why didn't y'all just literally just take this stuff and make more cartoons? You owned it. You had it. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just happy Nickelodeon and CBS Paramount are waking up to be like, oh, wait, we own stuff. We should probably make more of that stuff, especially people like it. Well, yeah. I mean, Disney been doing that stuff for the last 30, 40 years. They haven't technically made anything new. They just bought other people's stuff. But the stuff they own, they just kept throwing it back at us. And we kept eating it up. Mm. I mean, Beauty and the Beast live action was $1 billion movie. Come on, man. Give us some more Avatar. Give us more Avatar. Jeez. But yeah, I can't wait. Like I said, I'm going back and catching up on all the old stuff, the stuff they already have, and I'm loving it. And of course, I've heard McFarlane now has the Avatar toys, action figures. McFarlane makes beautiful toys. They may not be posable, they may not be great action figures, but they're beautiful. So if they make some gorgeous looking Aang figures, some Katara, yeah, I need another job.
Yeah, sign me up,
bruh. So Nickelodeon, Avatar Studios, good stuff. Man, so our next story. Okay. I'm gonna say this. I'm going to say this real nicely. I like the title. I think it's great because it tells us absolutely nothing. Spider-Man 3, No Way Home. Disney has announced the official title of this movie, which has given us nothing but headaches because, man, I don't know if Tom Holland in the movie, but I'm going to watch it because it looks like it's just going to be insane. Insane. Mervet, how we feel about Spider-Man 3 finally getting the official title?
Blah, blah, more blah. Next.
All right. Cool. Paulina, you are next. How do we feel about Spider-Man 3 getting the official title?
I feel like the title should have been Spider-Man No Homo, honestly, because I'm tired of it. It has the word home in it, so there you go. Um, I I don't I don't like this iteration of Spider-Man. I just don't. I never liked the first one, never bothered with the second one. The third one has no appeal to me at all whatsoever, even though it is the whole multiverse type thing. Maybe I'll take a peep at it because I'm hearing, or I'm seeing, or I'm learning that other cameos, such as Emma Stone and Kirsten Dunst, as um, making appearances or rumored appearances. Is it confirmed? I don't remember.
No, I think almost everybody. I think this is the confirmation. If they used to be in something Spider-Man, they finna be in this movie. That's the confirmation, basically.
Okay. Sure, cool. So you have that, and then I'm hearing Toby's dumbass waited too long to negotiate what he wanted. Now I'm hearing that he has like a small ass role, which I'm a loser.
I'm actually cool with that.
I'm cool with that too, honestly. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they're doing. Like I said, it's whatever, and I love Spider-Man. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Spider-Man. Favorite superhero. Period. Y'all can fight me about it. I don't care. But with this, I'm like, I don't care. My thing is, will the Green Goblin make an appearance? And will it be William Dafoe? Because that's all that matters to me. Because if not, nope, don't care.
So what I get is it's a Spider-Man 3 movie, almost a 3-hour movie.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So are y'all getting 3 Spider-Mans or what?
Mm-hmm. Everybody signed. Like she said, Toby, because he tried to be a prick about it, waited to the end, and they're like, "Oh, you in, but now you only getting one scene." Yeah. That's what it looked like. Yeah, that's what it looks like. But
yep, blah blah blah. All right, got it. Hope you enjoy, Polly.
All I care about is the Green Goblin. If you're not in it, I don't care.
See? All right.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it because I want to see if they can pull it off because it's a lot of people in this movie now. And I do mean a lot.
Like, they better go to intermission.
Shoot.
Dude, you boy. Let's stick with Disney for a little. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that like that's another way to bring back theater then, because before when they had intermission, literally it was like the theater experience. They had intermission, people could get up, socialize, go to the bathroom, all that stuff. Like bring that back, cause continue, Darren.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic about bringing that back. But in other news, which they quietly dropped while all this other stuff was coming about Spider-Man and speculation who's going to be in it, Disney announced they might be leaving Atlanta and moving full production to Australia. F y'all. I understand America is filled with stupid people. I get it. I understand that these people don't want to wear masks and be safe. I do. I know Australia is a beautiful country. Hey man, they got deadly spiders. Don't do that. Don't take these beautiful black actors over there. Let them stay in Atlanta. Let my people stay in Atlanta and be safe. No Australia. But I understand because Americans are stupid and just don't want to follow simple scientific knowledge and rules. And yeah. Merv, I'm going to start with you again. How do you feel about Disney possibly leaving Atlanta and taking everything to Australia now?
They're saving money. Protecting lives, I guess, but they're saving money at the end of the day. Hey, Australians, I hope you benefit from this shit.
A fair economic exchange with Australia. I don't know about decent because, of course, it always going to lean into Disney's favor. But,
Mm-hmm. See that white Disney right there? All right, go ahead.
All hail the evil empire. P, how do we feel
Real.
about Disney leaving Atlanta and going to Australia?
I mean, if it's a move that works out best for them, I mean, happy trails, I guess.
Mm.
If it keeps their actors and their crew and whoever else is involved with Disney safe from whatever, then yeah, sure. I mean, Australia, Australia ain't no safer, but okay. Um,
Australia is getting clean. Oh no, the Australian government is arresting
no,
they idiots.
I'm not.
Oh no, they're like,
I'm
oh,
not
you don't
talking
want to
about
wear
the
the
COVID
mask?
stuff. I'm not talking about the
Oh,
COVID stuff.
oh, you're talking
Like,
about just Australia.
yeah,
Oh, okay,
Natural
got you,
disasters.
got you,
or
got you.
just
Fires
nature.
and
Not even
nature,
Keyword:
nature.
nature.
natural
Nature.
disasters.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
like I can get into it. I can get into it, but I won't because it's we. I don't know if we have the time for that. But yeah, look, whatever it is that whatever reason that they got, they want to make sure everybody's okay, and they want to presume uh filming in the best way possible, in the best conditions possible. Fine. One, two. I mean, it makes sense. They've been filming a lot of their Thor movies in New Zealand, so
Mm.
it makes sense. Geographically,
The,
sorry. So
the Atlanta economy don't need another hit. I get it, but come on, man, y'all could have stayed in America. Y'all could have stayed in America.
yeah.
So yeah, thanks Disney for being you. Let's bring this up a little bit, even though it's kind of sad, but it's not completely sad. And Warner Brothers doing something good. I know, right? This week, to honor the 10-year anniversary of the passing of the great Dwayne McDuffie, the writer and creator of Milestone Comics, Milestone Media. You know some of his best characters, Static, Icon. They released a documentary on their WB YouTube webpage. And I'm sorry, I'm getting choked up. I've only watched the first 10 minutes of it. I love Dwayne McDuffie. He is a hero of mine. I'm glad they did it. Hopefully we'll finish it soon. But man, it's good that you honor the creators that have done something monumental to change the culture that we love so much, especially for me as being a comic book geek. Like Dwayne deserved it, and he got his flowers while he was alive too. But he can always get some more now that he's gone. And man, I just thought this was really cool. This was really, really cool. P, did you get a chance to check out the documentary about Dwayne McDuffie on
N-
WB's YouTube?
Not yet, but I'm definitely gonna make some time for it as soon as I can, because I really appreciate them doing this. This is really a great way to honor somebody who's made a huge impact. You know, whether you paid attention to it or not, he made a really big impact on the comic book industry as a whole. So it's really nice to see someone being honored in that way. Hopefully, there's going to be more on him. Hopefully, more people can learn about him and just buy or get into his work and be inspired by it.
All right. Marvette, did you get a chance to check out the documentary about Dwayne McDuffie?
I saw a few minutes of it, and all I can say is, honestly, it's great that they're honoring a legend. It's not just like for you, Darren, who's a you know comic book geek and all of that, but for me, that's still learning. That I'm able to see this and to learn from it and be able to go check out some of the stuff he worked on before.
Yeah, man, his stuff is still available. Like I said, it comes out your Kindle. Hey, you go on DC website, go on DC Universe, pick up some old books. Man, hell, if you find the some hard copies, grab them suckers. And not just because of their value, grab them because they just good writing. It's a good universe, and I'm glad they're finally bringing it back with Milestone Media and DC Publishing. Um, yeah, shout out to Dwayne McDuffie. It's been 10 years, man. I was on my Facebook
Already?
memories and
Dang.
just looking at all the posts that I wrote about the day he died and how I felt afterwards and how I need to get off my butt and start writing. And 10 years later, and I still suck at writing. But he was an inspiration. He was inspiration to a lot of us, to a lot of people, and man, he is missed and still loved. Yeah. But speaking of people who are inspirational, who are out here showing off their stuff, not holding back, like then nobody dictate to them. Game GFX Animation Studios dropped a fire animation trailer on their YouTube for Jumbi. And I say it that way because Jumbi is a TNT Trinidad and Tobago animation. Mervat, did you check out the trailer for Jumbi?
Hell yeah. Man, oh man, oh man. The accent on them peoples. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. About time they do some a little flavorly, a little cultural, a little folk-like.
I like that. Folk-like. I like that. I like that. Oh man. Pete, how do you feel about that Jumbe trailer?
This better be a door opener for more series, more cartoon series about the Caribbean, because this is definitely a great step for step in the right direction. This looks so much fun, just fun.
Mm.
And I'm gonna spam if I can their comment section. They're like, comment if you want to see this. Yes, yes, I do. I want to see this. I want to see this. I also want to see if the opportunity comes up is a Boondock style comedy about the Haitian people, because I know that shit would be hilarious. So, oh my god, I know that, and Jamaican people too. Like in the Dominican Republic. Listen, I have ideas now. So I love this. I love the rating. I completely forgot what the rating was, but it just cracked me up upon looking at the rating when the trailer just opened. So you know it's fun. You know you're gonna have fun with it. I know I'm gonna have fun with it. If they you know go for it and actually drop the series. I'm curious to know under what um if it does come to fruition, who's gonna host it? How will it be hosted? Where will it be? Where will we watch it? Will it be for free, or do we have to pay for it on YouTube and or what other places? So I don't know, but I'm looking. I want to.
All good questions. All good questions.
Yes.
Again, those questions need to be asked because again, animation ain't cheap. That
Nope.
stuff got to be financed. So you got to figure out what your
Honestly,
business
this is
model is.
something I don't mind paying for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it looks.
same.
Yeah, it's freaking great.
Culture
It's freaking great.
presented. Hello.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. And that's another thing. Like I said, we talk about this all the time, and it doesn't mind being repeated. Support Black creators. Support what you like. Because you spend money on other people's stuff, spend money on your own. Because yes, if it is made by your people, it is yours. I mean, come on now. And I need to shout out to my man Fade on Facebook. He sent this to me because this flew under my radar. I saw this and I was like, bro, you know we talking about this on the podcast. You like, facts, homie. I'm like, yes, we do. Thank you. And this is what you do. Join the community. Join us. Talk to us. You know, hit us up on all our social media. I'm not going to plug them again. I did that at the beginning of the show. But follow us and send us stuff, yo. We open. Join the groups. We here. Talk, share. Yo, you see something you like? If it's from your culture or not, as long as it's Afrofuturistic and Black, we going to look at it. We going to take some time out and check it out. So again, thank you, Fade. I appreciate it, my brother. Thank you so much because I will be following this closely. But you know what, though? I feel like talking about just a little bit more because they just had news coming out all week long. Oh, boy. Disney admitted, or should I say fessed up, got caught in saying that they're only they control 80% of all streaming revenue for everything that they stream under an old law stating that their stuff that they're doing is home video content. And when I say home video content, I'm talking about VCR, tapes, materials, actual things that you can hold in your hand. Since they used to distribute this under Disney Productions, they're like, well, we should get 80% of it. Well, my man, Bill Nye the Size Guy said, excuse me, I don't think so. And is fighting this in court. Now, he just lost the case, but he is going to appeal it with his lawyers. They stated that we found out that the judge's sentencing or judgment, I didn't want to say judge back to back like that, judgment on this case is faulty because Disney is no longer making a physical object where they are taking more of the risk. You don't need 80% of something that is purely digital and you still charging people to see anyway. Why should you get 80% of that? And the people who worked on these series, who wrote these series, who acted in these series, who made these series, why should they get less than what they're owed? And they have to split up 20% while you sit on 80 and you're actually doing less work now because you're not creating a physical thing to pass out. You ain't even putting this stuff on DVD. All this stuff is going straight to Disney Plus. I'm gonna shut up now because the evil empire might come for me. And yeah, P, How do we feel about Disney saying, yeah, we're just gonna take everything even though we're doing less?
All hail the evil empire, huh?
Hell, the evil empire. Go ahead.
I mean, Disney can sit on a pile of glass and jagged rocks because I'm tired of this. I am so tired of this. Like, the greediness of Disney executives is astounding. Even to the point where it's like I don't understand. Frankly, I don't. I want to say I don't want to understand, but it's like the business aspect versus like I'm even thinking about like the heir of Disney like gets no say in any of this, and it's like something needs to happen. I'm holding back how I really feel about this because it's another hour long rant about just getting rid of these companies because I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of it. Like, stop. Disney, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay. Why do you need 80% of what? Of what? Other people's hard work? Really? No. Focus on your move to Australia, establishing your studios over there, and focus on your digital content. We're fine. Okay? It's okay. Let me shut up.
All right. Merv, are we siding with Bill Nye the Science Guy on this one, or are we riding with the evil empire?
Fuck the evil empire. Science
Okay.
guy all the way.
Good.
My thing is this. Read the contracts, especially between the damn lines.
Yeah.
If you don't understand shit, take it out the contract.
Yeah.
Just like, because they keep coming back with this bullshit with a lot of people. Read your damn contracts, please. I know you read the science guy. I'm not coming for you. I'm just saying. Other mofos, read your shit.
Yeah.
Or bring somebody to read it for you. And analyze every word and line there is. Because why are you still dealing with VCR contracts? Just why?
Fact.
Oh, let's not forget Disney refusing to pay their writers of their books.
Yeah, I think all this is in straight up more with the evil empire because, like I said, you got the book writing, not paying the writers of books. You talking about people who've made content for you for years, and you've been literally taking 80% of their stuff because you say, well, we made the tape. Nobody makes tapes, yo, and it costs like 2 pennies to print out a DVD. Stop it. Like 80% and everybody else. I mean, when I say everybody else, I mean everybody else has to split up that 20.
Yep.
That makes no sense, bro. It just doesn't, Disney. It just doesn't. And the problem I'm seeing is no one's talking about this story. I randomly ran into this story looking at some Star Trek crap. I randomly ran into this story. This needs to be everywhere because, again, it was only a few weeks ago we were like, ooh, Disney is partnering with a lot of African animation studios. I don't want that now. If you're going to take 80% of their work because you put it on Disney Plus, F out of here. That is a shame. That is a shame because guess what? Even when you was making those VCR tapes, you didn't need no 80% either. You didn't. And shout out to Bill Nye. I hope this gets more attention. Bill Nye, you're one of the best self-promoters I know. You need to get out here and talk about this more.
Make noise.
Yes, there's no way that I should have ran this just from randomly clicking on other articles about other stuff. And then I find this out. Like, nah, man, we need to speak up on this way more.
How recent is this article? Like, how recent was this?
The final ruling was this week, Wednesday.
When did this start? Do you know?
Years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh no, this lawsuit's been going on for years, but the ruling just came this week.
Yeah, they're gonna try to appeal it.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully that succeeds because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. He needs to come out and talk about this way more, especially doing, like I said, Paramount is like just lobbing grenades for the streaming wars. People who create content need to understand how important their content is. Even if you create something that somebody else's own, but you're the one that created, you're working on it, you need to get paid because they are getting paid. And we're going to leave the evil empire alone, all hail the mouse, and go into some much greater news about people self-starting. An incredible Kickstarter has begun by a WWE wrestler called Big E, one of the best beautiful black men I've ever seen, and an incredible wrestler. Shout out to Big E Langston. And the Kickstarter is called Our Heroes Rock. The concept is of a hip hop odyssey through black history and covering a lot of the black heroes that, hey, let's be honest, we don't get to cover in American history textbooks. It is a 3D animation, and if you guys go on the Kickstarter and look at the trailer, it is freaking adorable. I love it. And they have already on the mind state of making it historically accurate and bringing it up to the level of reverence that you see for such slave owners as George Washington and Thomas Jefferson. And now they want to talk about our black heroes. And it's not just Big E. It is also Joseph Joseph Davenport and Andre Hale. And these guys have mad history in the entertainment space doing some really good work. For them to team up with Big E on this Kickstarter and just be out here promoting it, I think this is one of the best things I've heard all year. And yes, it's only been 2 months, but it's been a long year already. Marvette, how do we feel about the Kickstarter for Our Heroes Rock?
It's definitely something that we definitely needed, especially for the kids, for families to relate to, and in the concept and the mindset that everybody can enjoy. History at its best, yes. Like you said, there's too many unsung heroes that we don't learn about in our history classes. So it's so important for this concept to come to vision. Just wow. And the way they're putting it, I'm sorry, guys. The way they're putting it is for all ages to enjoy. Like I said, it's just like, whether it's music, whether it's hip hop, whether it's, live actions. However, they're making education fun again. Just that. True. Education and fun. Hello?
Very true. Very true. Pete, how do we feel about Our Heroes Rock?
I feel the same as Marvette, really. It looks fun. It looks so much fun. And hopefully more people will get into it because a lot of people, I love history. I love history. And I've been fortunate enough to actually have good history teachers. And even so, I'm just a naturally curious person. I will dig into it and learn more about it by myself. So this is a good way to introduce people into history, to let them know what happened, who is who, what they did, and what the impact is today through hip hop and through 3D animation. Like this is fun, and hopefully we won't hear the excuse of I don't like history. Like shut up. That's not an excuse for you to not know anything and be ignorant and repeat all the dumb crap that happened before. So
facts.
This is the best way to teach our kids, not just our black kids, but all kids. They need to know this stuff. Period. So I'm on it. I'm all for it. Hopefully this really picks up. This takes off, and we see more of stuff like this.
Yeah, we'll drop a link to the Kickstarter in the description below this YouTube video. And I'm just glad they doing it on their own. I mean, I got issues with WWE, but I'm just glad Big E didn't go to them and say, "Hey, produce this," because no, just no. Yeah, and I'm glad they're being independent about it. They are being independent. Saying, "No, we're gonna do this for us, by us." Ha, Fubu, where you at? So again, shout out to those 3 men, not just Big E. I'm just shouting out Big E because I watch him more on television, and again, there's just media manipulation. But shout out to all 3 of these young men for doing this. I salute y'all, and like I said, support the Kickstarter. As the time of this recording, I believe it is halfway to its goal.
Nice.
The last time I checked, they had made it halfway.
Good.
Man, yeah. I mean, I know I structure these notes in the show so we can have our ups and downs, we can have a nice gentle flow. But from that beautiful story of that Kickstarter for our Heroes Rocks, I gotta talk about some sad local news, man, because this was news to me, and I'm glad that this was put into our notes for today. Oh man, but a movie theater which I have done so many things in and had so much fun in and so much fun around. Right here in the Chicagoland area in Evanston, the Century 21 Theater is closing its doors. It was on my list of things to do once this mess was at least calmed down enough. But of course, you idiots didn't want to listen in this country, so no. But I was hoping that they was gonna make it. I was hoping that they was be able to hold on just a little longer so I could get back in those doors and eat some of that stale popcorn. But nope, couldn't do it. Century 21 in Evanston has officially closed its doors. P, man, you know what? Just tell us some of your best memories from Century 21.
When you and I went to see The Conjuring 3,
Oh
that
God.
that was God, it was forever ago. And I remember
What?
that well that when we went to it was, I think, Pacific Rim too.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did. I remember them very vividly because they were fun. They were so much fun. It was a great experience, and I'm sad. When I saw this article, I was just like, no way. Like, I was wondering how that theater was doing. Anyways, like, just curious, and it just popped up on my feed. I'm like, oh no. So I mean, from what I've seen, I think they're jumping, or they're trying to figure out the new owner of the
Mm,
space. I don't know
mm.
if,
Yeah.
if Century is going to actually continue under this new ownership. Who knows? Negotiations kind of up in the air, but otherwise, it's like this is tragic because this pandemonium, this panini, has been just so disruptive on everything, disrupting so many structures, and it's like I hope whoever obtains that space is smart enough to reopen it, or at least revamp Century Theaters into an enjoyable theater experience. Earlier, I mentioned that it would be cool if they had intermissions, if they had, you know, a style for people to actually enjoy themselves without disrupting each other, without being rude or being gross. But other than that, I just those two memories stick with me the best because it was you and I had a lot of fun, Darren. We had a lot of fun with those two movies. And those are experiences I know I won't be able to relive anywhere else, or at least any other theater. I am sad because it was one of my go-tos. I went with my mom a couple times too. So yeah, this is sad. I feel sad about this, honestly.
For sure.
Mm.
Definitely do.
Merv, Merv, share some of your good time memories of the Century 21 in Evanston.
Oh, going there with my best friends, you and my other best friends. Enjoying a mojito before movies.
Mm.
Going to Dixie's Kitchen before going to see a
Oh my
movie.
God,
Yes,
Dixie's
Oh
Dixie's
my
Kitchen.
Kitchen. I
God.
completely forgot about that place. Yo,
Going to
Yeah.
bars to buy some books before going
Oh,
to see a
Barnes and
movie.
Noble.
shout out to
Yes.
shout out to
And then
Barnes and
going to
Noble.
Barnes and Noble.
And then there was
Man, was a
yep.
tradition.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, I completely forgot about this traditions.
All that shit's closed, man.
Oh
See?
man. Whoa,
Barnes and
whoa,
Noble's still
whoa.
there, but I'm just
Dixie's is
saying.
closed? Like
Yes.
closed,
Oh my
Yeah,
closed?
God. Yeah,
Are
yeah,
you I'm about to fight somebody. Are you serious?
yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, that's where I
Merv,
had my first beignet. I'm so mad.
oh, I don't know what happened. Not to go too far off subject. I was sitting here one day, just like I need to do something. I text Merv, Merv, you want to go to Dixie? She's like, Darren, that's cold. I'm like, okay, I ain't talking to you for a while. It was just painful.
Oh my
It was
god.
just painful.
Oh, I'm so glad I went
yeah.
when I did.
Yeah.
I
Shoot.
was so shocked.
Damn.
But no, happy memories about the 21st century. Oh man, we gonna talk about some happy memories. I'm just gonna name a few. The Jamaican, the Hindu, the Pakistani, the
Oh yeah.
Russian.
Of course.
Did I take the? No, I don't think I took her. I took the Belizean. Who else did I take that place? That was my day spot because, like she said, we eat Dixie Kitchen. Go to Barnes and Noble. Like see if she intelligent. If she want to buy a book, you know how we fellas take her to a bookstore, fellas. Take her to.
Basically, he took everybody and their mama.
Shut your ass up. Take her to a bookstore. All right.
Ain't
Go
nothing
to the
wrong with
movie.
it.
Exactly. Thank you. And then go to the
Right.
movie. Take out. Went to Century 21.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the girls. Thank you for experiencing that with me. We gonna miss Evanston. Evanston ain't Evanston no more.
No,
God
sir.
damn.
Not at all. Some
That's
messed up,
goddamn.
there's some messed up stuff going on in Evanston right now. Anyway.
Oh my God. But Century was the place. It really was. It was because they actually had a really super fancy bar that you would go there, you would order that one $20 drink and then go to the movies and never go back in it.
Yep.
Oh my God, yes. Oh man, it was Century 21 was a fantastic place and it will be missed. I hope they work something out. I hope if they do get new owners, they reopen it up as a theater. You know, a theater that needs a theater. That was the only theater in Evanston. It was it. It was right there in the off the main street. Like, come on, man.
Davis stop.
Yep. I'm gonna miss it. And like I said, we have those memories. We have those memories of just hanging out with our friends, having fun and enjoying a good movie. But like I said, when I write stuff, highs and lows, peaks and valleys, ups and downs, and our next topic, I actually don't know which one it is, but Netflix has named to their board of directors a Zimbabwean telecom billionaire, whose name my dumb butt didn't write down for some reason. But all right,
okay.
Yeah,
I don't remember the name either.
Yeah, but I think this is good. I think Netflix being the leading global streaming service, let me say it again for you Americans who are seem to be stuck only in these 50 states, the leading streaming service across the globe of Netflix. Hey, we should have black people here making decisions. Very smart, Netflix. Very smart. And just for the record, this Zimbabwe dude might be controlled by China, but that's a whole nother story. Who we started with this one? Marvette, how do we feel about Netflix?
I was about to say.
Putting this billionaire on their board of directors.
His name is Strive Masiyawa. And the bro has $1.1 billion. That's his net worth. All I'm saying is, I hope you benefit out of Netflix as much as they're going to benefit out of you. And I hope you review the African content they're going to show, or they hope to show.
True.
And bro, just watch out for the agenda, because you being on our board is a huge, huge responsibility. The African nation is going to be looking at you like, what's up? You know? Because, even though he does have his own channels, he owns 2 channels. So I'm kind of skeptical about it, but at the same time, a little motivated to see what's in the stores for it. But it's just like, okay, where's this going? It's good and bad. Because you got your money. So you benefiting. That means they're definitely benefiting 10 times from you.
Oh, yeah, that's very true.
Netflix is going all over Africa. Watch out, Africa.
Watch out, Africa. I like that. Hashtag watch out, Africa. Pauline, how do we feel about this move by Netflix to hire this billionaire and put him on their board of directors?
If only Watch Out Africa was before China decided to take over. Now,
for real.
My thing is okay, cool, but he's a puppet. I think he's a puppet. Period. For this whole thing. Like, yeah, good on Netflix for hiring a black executive. Wonderful. But what else? What kind of decisions are we gonna get from this guy? And like you said, he's probably gonna be controlled by China. So how is that gonna work out? I don't know. I'm skeptical about it. And like Mervet mentioned, he has his own channels, so it's like okay, but like, what else are you doing for more of content for the African people and make it global without Netflix? I don't know. I'm very like on the fence with this one, but I'm also a wait and see, and like I don't know what kind of impact this is gonna take or make. I don't know. I don't trust it.
We've seen from the past interactivity of the board of directors, a lot of those guys, but again, some of the founders have a lot of say in stuff. Even as board of directors, they like, no, this is the content we want. This is the stuff we need to focus on. Because for all for all transparency, it was board of directors like, hey, we need to buy up all the anime we can. Like that's what's helping Netflix take over the globe. They on their anime wave. And let's be honest, Africa, like every other month, Africa is the wave for something. And hopefully this dude is into Africa, the whole continent. And like I said, Zimbabwe and their relationship with China, because I am the one that brought it up. But bro, like the continent. You not Chinese. The continent. Focus on the people. Bring them out to the globe.
Right.
Show the rest of the world what the continent has to offer. Because if you don't do it, somebody else will, and maybe they won't be African. So come on, let's get to work, my brother.
And for
Let's
less
get.
money.
No, for yes,
Oh yeah, yeah, much
way
less money.
less.
But speaking of black people making some cool moves and staying true to themselves, China. And I said I was gonna mess this name up as soon as I wrote it down. China Marie McLean, the actress who plays Lightning and Jennifer Jefferson on the television show Black Lightning, has finally broken her silence about why she truly chose to step away from the series, even before it was announced that it was canceled. She already released an emotional Instagram post, but this one's more of a sit down interview to be like, no, 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 let's clarify some things so people understand what is truly happening. You know what? I'm not going to start with this because I do a lot of CW slander and WB in general slander. P, I'm going to let you take the reins. What stood out from you for Miss McLean's interview?
Um, I believe what this was this another interview? Like I'm losing track of all these interviews that she's doing. But she was this like Elle magazine. I don't remember which magazine. But I remember she was talking about just I guess it was a grieving process for her because she
Yeah.
lost her best friend like what 2 years now?
Yeah.
Cameron?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And looking through her history in you know on television, you can see how close those two were. So I understand that perhaps that not perhaps that she did say that it was still a grieving process for her. On top of that, that there was just a lot of things that she saw in Hollywood that just didn't sit right with her at all, and I don't blame her.
Mhm.
I don't blame her at all, not one bit. And I guess it's she's on a spiritual journey, so she says, and
Yep.
I can also I can honestly say good for her. She did also say that she was working on a production company with her family, which is
Yes.
very cool. Very cool. Which encompasses like more than just television, but like music and art and just all sorts of things for the creative people. And I like that. I'm really hoping that her journey is a kind one for her, on herself, especially um, because she went through a lot. I believe. And losing somebody so close to you that you were practically attached at the hip is a big impact and really makes you rethink about a lot of things. So good on her for taking the step, coming out and saying like, look, I'm making all these changes in my life. Y'all see me on the screen for so many years doing one thing. I'm gonna do other things that works best for my soul, for me, for my spirit. So
Yeah.
all I can say is Godspeed.
Hmm.
Marvette, how do we feel about some of the statements that Miss McLean has said recently?
She had me when she said, God told me it was time to leave.
Yep.
Mm,
I'm like, sis, you better go ahead, pack your shit, and go on out.
Yep.
But the fact that she made the decision before the series was even announced that it was going to end,
hmm
she made that choice. Because sis looked mentally tired.
Yeah.
And she did say it in her own words, I don't like this industry, but I love creating art.
Yep.
And she felt like working in that series was just draining her, that she don't feel creative anymore, or her art in her way was not there for her anymore.
hmm
It was draining. She's working from one project to the next. Like literally, just work, 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 work. When is she gonna live? When is she gonna enjoy life? And like Polly said, her best friend passing away, that gave her a wake up call.
Hmm.
Time to enjoy yourself. Time is not promised.
Yeah, yeah. And and again, just to reiterate what you both said, what stood out for me, the two things that stood out for me, this industry is no good.
Yep.
Do you hear that? Black actors, writers,
Hmm.
directors, producers, creatives. This industry is no good. Yeah. Yeah. When you working for people who don't respect you, when you working for people who don't listen to you, when you working for people who don't understand the power you possess, it's never going to be good. And hey, you can go in there and fight for change. I understand that idea, but you know what you can also do? Step away and create your own golden life. And that is what Miss McLean is doing, and I salute her. She said, "No, I'm finna step away from this and I'm finna go create because that's what I love. That's what I love, not this industry. I love to create, and this industry does not dictate my creativity."
Yes.
Yes, Queen.
And,
Yes.
and honestly, another thing, I'm
Mm-hmm.
happy and proud that she's realizing it at this age.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That
Before
she didn't
she's
keep on
drained.
pushing and just,
Yes.
worried about making money, 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 money.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, no, this needs to stop now. I'm so proud of her for taking that step.
That's a big step for
Yeah.
someone her age too, because
Yes,
otherwise, if she stayed, she had hindsight. She stayed, but she knows she'll be completely drained
exactly.
in the next couple of years, not even 10 years, the next couple of years. So I'm glad she did this, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm really like I enjoy China. I really do. Gosh, I've been watching her since she was a tiny little thing. The most hilarious, extremely talented little girl, now young woman. I'm really rooting for her. And so many people like her who's just taking the step and taking care of themselves and
Yes.
saving their talents before they're drained completely and just lose passion for everything they've ever loved to do.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, the initiative salutes you, Miss China Marie McLean. We truly do. And what we're gonna do that? CMM, we got your back. We got your back. Yes, because McLean, y'all. M comes first. Um, and in other fantastic young black people news, because yes, what China is doing is fantastic. Dictating her own dreams and controlling her own fate. Ladies and gentlemen, the first ever trash solar powered car has been invented by a young African man of the age of 24 in Sierra Leone. His name is Emmanuel Alou Mansoyave. I think I said it right. It's French. I don't know. Um, but yo, this dude was like, we need more solar powered cars. So I'm just gonna go out here and do it. And he found a place with a whole bunch of crap. Because what a lot of people don't understand, even though Sierra Leone is one of the richest countries on this planet due to its mineral resources, it is also one of the highest level of poverty because the people at the top are taking everything and not sharing it with the people who actually live on that actual land. So the man said, F
Mhm.
this noise, went and found him a trash heap and made him a solar powered car to drive around his town. And he drives it. It
Nice.
works. It's real.
Nice.
Please take care of yourself, my brother. Please protect yourself. Elon Musk is watching. He's watching. Merv, we're starting with you. How do we feel about the first solar powered car by Emmanuel of Sierra Leone?
Africa, stand up and salute this brother, who's
Mm,
only 24 years old and a
mm,
student. Took him 3 years to put this car together. I like how you said he just found the spot with all the trash. Correction, our trash
mm,
does not have a spot. It's
mm,
all over the freaking country. Correction, all over the freaking continent.
mm.
So he literally took 3 years digging through trash, finding the parts that he needs to make this car work. If this ain't dedication and motivation, I don't know what the hell it is. All I'm saying is fund him, fund him, and don't steal his work.
Fat P. How you feel about Mr. Emmanuel of Sierra Leone?
Something really needs to be done within these countries to really change their focus, kick out white supremacy, and support their youth. Because I can't say this ain't new to me. It's still awesome and astonishing, but it's still heartbreaking that this is coming from a place where otherwise, a lot of kids and young adults wouldn't be able to succeed beyond what their prototypes or their models are. I'll give you an example. In Haiti, a couple years ago, I saw a video of a boy 14 years old, building a mini bulldozer that actually worked from scrap metal, yarn, and like some other material that he just got
Well,
from the
damn.
garbage. Yep. In Haiti a couple years ago. My father always told me that kids in those type of countries always use their imagination to create whatever it is their heart desired, and they worked.
Mm.
These kids, these young adults, can go so far if the government pulled their heads out of their asses and actually helped them, built a better infrastructure of education. We will see so much innovation. We will see Wakanda like countries.
Facts.
We will. So good for him, really good for him. And I hope that there's more and with better resources and with better investments and care from their own people. And I'm not talking about the people who can't afford to even drink clean water. No, I'm talking about those who have the money.
Facts. Facts. Stop supporting white supremacy. Start supporting African youth. Support African youth. There we go.
Period.
But yeah.
Period.
Beautiful story. It was a beautiful story. I saw the prototype. Not the prototype. It works. I saw the video. It works.
Mm-hmm.
Like the boys driving around. Like I got me a car. What y'all doing? It was
And the
great.
fact that he has it in the Cerealian flag colors,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
that's a boss move.
Very,
So enough
very
is
boss. I
we
love
gotta
it.
see it right. Sierra Leone.
Mm-hmm.
See it the French. Sierra Leone. Anyway, yeah, I
Wait for it.
thought it was so dope. He was just cheese. I'm like, bro, I cheese too. I just built me a car. Like, yeah, right around, homie, right around. But yeah, it was a great story. Like I said, it's the type of things that again, we don't hear in life in the mainstream news. We don't get this stuff on, in general, just regular normal news. Like, unfortunately, especially in America, it's about local news and whatever stupid stuff is happening in Washington, D.C. Hey, did you know that the world is big and the world is huge? Did you know that? Yes, huge. There are a lot of good stuff going on. Just gotta look for it. There's a lot of good stuff going on with our people all around the world, and that's what the Afro Anime Initiative likes to do. Support those things. What I call it, hashtag throwing some shine on these things. Give them some light. Give them some light. And in more just fantastic Afrofuturism Black news, More Mother, and yes, you will respect that title, More Mother, and Rashida Phillips, two Black people from the Black Quantum Futurism Academy, have gained a residency at Sierra, at CERN. Sorry, guys, at CERN. And CERN is the world's largest particle physics laboratory. And when I talk about Afrofuturism, y'all, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Black people, African people, people from the diaspora, from all around the world where our people have settled, whether they were taken there by force or we went there on our own because we sailed this world before anybody else. Sorry, Viking lovers, and I do like that show, Vikings. We sailed around this world. We are a part of it. And that also means particle physics, you jackasses. And I'm loving that these women created a group of Afrofuturistic quantum physicists. And now they're like, everybody else like, well, we need their ideas. Because the stuff they thinking about is stuff that we ain't thought about or stuff you destroyed, let's be honest. And we need this stuff to help us understand our universe. I salute these two queens for getting this residency at the CERN laboratory. P, how do you feel about this great accomplishment?
Protect them. That's all I'm gonna say. They need to be protected. Period. Because
Right?
this is mind blowing. Like I don't get it, but at the same because I'm not hugely science oriented. But salute, salute to these queens. Seriously, that is a feat. Two Black people in the science getting residency for the hard sciences too.
Mm-hmm.
coming up. We are coming up.
Don't forget, we do still have that list of 1,000 black scientists, and there's a couple of physicists on there. Go check out that list. We did it a couple episodes ago. And I actually got to go double check to see if either one of them were on that list. God damn it. It was 1,000 people. I only read the whole list, y'all. Calm down. Marvette, how do we feel about More Mother and Rashida Phillips getting the CERN residency?
I salute them, and the fact that they were chosen among 564 entries, they must have wrote a hell of a freaking research.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like, can we see it? What did you propose?
Yeah. If I'm not, go ahead. I'm sorry.
The fact that you've been a part of CERN, which is the European Organization for Nuclear Research, just saying nuclear research right there by itself, and black, just like damn.
Period.
Mm-hmm. If I'm not mistaken, because I read the article super early this week, they said that the reason that their proposal stood out the best because it was a different perspective about this universe. Well, yeah, I believe black people and Africans have always had a different perspective about this universe. I believe y'all wiped out almost a whole continent, so y'all didn't have to listen to it. So, yeah, come on. And again, people don't understand. Remember, they had their own organization about black quantum futurism.
Mm-hmm.
Before they got the residency, they were already studying like, no. Our ancestors have been talking about this stuff long before yours, and it's some stuff that we need to rediscover because y'all tried y'all best to wipe it out. Let's speak facts now. And they look, and like I said, the article said the CERN Institute was like, no, they brought a very powerful and different perspective. Well, duh. Black women, they usually do those things.
Not even about it's just being black, you view things and you experience things in a different way. So out of those 564, how many people of color entered that research competition?
True.
For it to be that different for those two black women.
Right.
Right.
Because we don't talk about this stuff enough. We don't talk about how many of our people, again, 1,000 black scientists you need to know about. We did the whole thing about that on the podcast. We shared the link and everything. Our people are in everything because our people are everything. But they don't get this type of pub, this type of love, this recognition, even though we don't need recognition from people who basically, try to take all our shit. But it is nice for them to be like, hey, you know what? We have to acknowledge that you guys rock. Well, thank you. Well, we appreciate it. We knew that already. But it's cool. And I think this is a very good opportunity for them, especially if, again, our ancestors also taught about these things and thought about these things and wrote about these things and made art about these things thousands of years ago.
But that's the thing. We'll see it because that's our ancestors. Others will not be able to understand the content of it.
That's true. But I think that's why institutes like CERN exist.
Mm-hmm.
So others can learn about how we think stuff. Let's be honest. That's why these institutions exist.
You're welcome, people.
Right. They can learn our shit. I believe it was first called, I believe the first official institute where other people came into Africa to learn all our knowledge and steal it was called the Library of Alexandria. So, we have a history of this shit. We do. So, again, we shout out to More Mother and Rashida Phillips. Just salute you women and the great work that you do. Yes. The great work that you do. But, guys, let's keep the ball rolling because the report also just came out this week. It's been a really busy week. That Afrofuturism is taking over. That all the major publishing houses, and yes, I know, right? Publishing houses still exist. People read books. They just don't actually buy them. They get them off the internet. And when I mean major publishing houses, I'm talking about the big boys in both comic and what you would call traditional publishing are just out here pushing Afrofuturism. That if you turn around, even outside this great month of February for Black History Month in America, there's just new stuff dropping, new books popping, and we need to go out here and promote them. And again, I'm picky when it comes to my books. Like I said, it's a lot of books I owe y'all some reviews on. But, it's just great that, guess what? I have options. Options are good. You never know what you're
Very.
going to find. And you know what? We're going to kick it off with you, Merv. Merv, how do you feel about the straight up acknowledgement from, like I said, every major publishing house saying, yo, Afrofuturism is the wave. We get some authors, print out some books. Let's go. Let's get this money.
Honestly, I'll say about time.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are home. They either want to read, watch TV, read or watch TV or eat. So, hello, give us what we really want. Something that relates to us, to our background, to our future, to our dreams, to our families, to our culture. Just give it to me.
Like I said, we're going on a book buying spree this weekend. We recording Saturday night. Yeah, we probably buying stuff all Sunday. P, how are we feeling about Afrofuturism taking over?
Took long enough. Afrofuturism has only been around for at least the past 10 years or so, 20 years. I mean, yeah, you know. But I mean, we've been on it. We've been on it. I just want the smaller, I just want this to be an opportunity for any black creatives to have their publishing companies take off with Afrofuturism. That's all. That's what I'm most concerned about. Like, yes, to have more options with these bigger companies, and great, great, great. But I'm also buy black, buy black, buy black. Support the smaller companies, make them big, so we can get even more of this stuff. Because I can tell you, I don't know if it's going to be here to stay through these bigger companies. It could just be a fad for them. Well, for us,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, like, for us, it's ongoing. Period. It's been here since before these companies even knew or even heard or caught a whiff of Afrofuturism, and it will still be here long after these companies forget about it.
Yeah, because we talked about this I want to say 3 podcasts ago. We're in talking about the more black indie publishing companies or black indie comic book companies, period, were popping up more and more and more, and they were stable. Like they were actually stable. Speaking of which, go read Bitterroot. I believe Amazon and Comixology have it on sale right now. Like we are getting more independently owned black comic book publishing companies, which of course are now creating more just black owned publishing companies, period. Because they're like, oh, we can do more than just comic books. Hey, somebody write us a novel, write us a kid's book. Like it's I believe that the reason I brought this article up, because again, we have a problem here in America where nothing exists till the mainstream gets a hold of it. And the mainstream is getting a hold of Afrofuturism. So, like Paulina said, we already have the indie publishing groups out there. We already have independent black publishing groups out there. Continue to support those. We talked about those in our last podcast last week. Support the Access Guide to Black Comics. A lot of that stuff is indie black comic book publishers. Support. Follow that hashtag, Access Guide to Black Comic. Follow those creators. It might take them a couple of months to show something but they still are creating. Be patient and support. Kickstarter always got something new coming up, and I know some of that stuff can be risky. I don't know, believe me. But hey, take a risk. Take a risk. You spend that $10 on Starbucks every morning. You can throw a couple to a comic book. You never know. But yeah, I'm just loving it. I'm just loving the wave. I'm loving that the mainstream recognizes the hard work, like people, like Pete said, people have been putting in for the last 10, 20 years. The hard work of people publishing books and nobody buying them. The hard work of the rejection letter after rejection letter after rejection letter for somebody to then take your idea and then got to sue them and then like, you know what, I ain't gonna even sue you, just give me a job so I can write my own stuff. The hard work of people going out there and going online and putting all they love, sweat and tears online, just hoping somebody sees it. We thank you. We thank you for it. And the Afro Anime Initiative is here to share it. So if you got something you want to share with us, hit us up. All our social medias, get into the description, DM us. We read them, except for the spam, but we read them. Hit us up if you got something you want to share that you created. Oh man, look, running out of breath. I'm glad because now we're down to our last story in the show notes. One of the last news reports to break this week, and as you can tell, there have been a lot. Warner Brothers and DC announced that they shall be rebooting the Superman movie series with J.J. Abrams at the helm, but written by Ta-Nehisi Coates. And Ta-Nehisi Coates, for all his some political stuff he talks about, I don't agree with him. But man, oh man, this man write one of the greatest Black Panther stories in history that he got me buying single issues again. I mean, whoa. He's a damn good writer. And with this reboot from Warner Brothers DC, we might be getting us a Black Superman, y'all. For shame. Pete, how do you feel about the news of J.J. Abrams and Ta-Nehisi Coates rebooting DCU Superman? Oh yeah, and Henry Cavill is out too. What's your thoughts?
I was just about to say about Henry Cavill, like right on time too. Like, yeah, I'm not doing this no more. Like, okay. Honestly, I mean, if the story is interesting and unique to the new Superman, cool. I'll listen to. I'll look forward to it. I'll watch it. Whatever. Otherwise, meh. I'm pretty meh about it. I don't know. I'm kind of tired of Superman. I like him, but I'm okay. I heard Michael B. Jordan might be attached. Maybe. Because he's like, I'd rather original content. And I'm like, I agree with you. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. But I'm just meh. I'm pretty meh about it. Like, okay, Superman is cool and all, but it's the same story. Please don't let it be the same story. I don't want no black alien. No.
That's what I was thinking. What the story gonna be like?
Right. Like, who we talking about? What happened? Was he born like that? Is he half? Is it accident? What's going on? What happened? Is it like Static Shock? What's going on?
But that's the thing, though. If we're gonna follow with the old story, are we gonna change the gods to being black too? His family, everybody, his background, or just him? I just need to know more.
Right.
So in the parallel universe, on Krypton, Kryptonians are black. And instead of being foolish like the Kryptonians of the regular DC universe, these black Kryptonians saved Krypton. So they still sent their young son, Kal-El, don't ask. They sent their young son to Earth to spread the wisdom of Krypton to Earth. And what he did was become president. He was basically Obama before Obama.
Nice.
He became president of Earth and saved the planet.
Excellent.
DC has a lot of cool parallel universe stuff. They just don't know what to do with the regular stuff they got, so we never get to see the parallel universe stuff.
My thing is this, like, how will people perceive this information?
I think a lot of people, me included, are really shocked that Henry Cavill isn't coming back. With all the noise that's going on with Snyder Cut, you would think everybody would be coming back except for Ray Fisher. It don't look like nobody coming back.
No, after all that they've been through with all that noise, nah. I don't blame them. I think Ben Affleck is like, no.
Well, remember they had lied. No, remember they had lied and stole Batman from Ben Affleck long before all this stuff happened. So Ben Affleck was already like, I ain't doing nothing with y'all no more. I'm sick of y'all.
Exactly. So I'm not surprised at all. Henry's like, I'm done. Like I'd be done too. Shoot.
Yeah, there are a lot of cool Black Superman stories, not in analogs and alternative universe stuff. They are pretty cool and not as problematic as a lot of people think. But the problem is it's few and far in between. And Disney, of course, DC doesn't really promote them as much as they used to.
What's the difference?
Because DC has this stuff, they'll write this stuff and never use it. Disney has this stuff, they'll write this stuff, milk the hell out of it. Yeah. That's the difference. And right now, like Warner Brothers, like, we need to milk the hell out of this stuff because we keep making terrible mistakes, like, firing Black actors but keeping the racist people who mess with them. So yeah. So it's it's getting nuts. But I don't know. I think I'm just like, sure, I believe in Ta-Nehisi Coates. I don't know about the rest of it, but I believe in him.
I do believe in him too, so I'm like, okay, sure, but yeah, I don't know. It's just I'm just tired of Superman. I just am. And I like the, I like the Batman mythos, but at the same time, no, stop touching that.
Yeah, it's. And I think like a lot of, especially except for Wonder Woman, like I said, DC takes their stuff, create some cool something with it, and then they don't do nothing else with it. It's like, but you got something cool here. Stop, come on, keep it up. But yeah, they just have a problem with that. But let's see. Like I said, we'll see. Marvette, you have any more thoughts about Black Superman?
I just want to know more of what's going to be out there for me to decide. Because I'm like, okay, for now. I'll watch it, but just give me the background.
Right.
That's comic books. Too many to name. I don't want to look at DC right now, but if you remind me, I can find you a reading list. But yeah, it's stuff out there, and they're not bad. They really aren't. Again, they're not bad. They just don't do nothing with it. But yeah, that
But
is.
that's the thing too. You got the
Mhm.
comic book, but are they gonna follow it?
Oh, probably not. Anyway, remember
See?
again, it's Warner Brothers DC.
I know.
They had his stuff
See?
and don't respect it. Yeah. So yeah,
We'll see.
we'll see. But that is the end of our incredibly long show notes. It's the end of Black History Month, so I think it was proper for us to have so much great and incredible stuff to talk about. But as always, when the show notes are through and all the talking is done, you never know what else we found. So let's go around. I did not mean around that. And see what everybody else has discovered this week in Afrofuturism and general geekdom that isn't on our show notes. Marvette, let's start with you.
Well, general geekdom. Well, anime. Sorry, guys. I'm actually into it now. I'm watching the. Hold on. Get the proper name. Sorry. The Demon Slayer on Netflix.
Yeah,
Even though it's old, but shit hits Netflix, it becomes #1 again. Go watch it.
Facts.
Because again, I wouldn't be watching this stuff on TV when it aired at the time
Right.
being. I was watching other shit that I shouldn't. But anyway, whatever. Pandemic happened, and I'm on Netflix. Thank you, Netflix, for dropping some good anime this month and last month. But yeah, Demon Slayer.
All right. P, what about you? Anything in Afrofuturism in general geekdom that we didn't cover in the notes?
Okay, so two things actually. One, just recently I saw an article or saw some news about Winston Duke, the wonderful actor who played M'Baku, my husband, in Black Panther, is now casted in a movie called Marked Man, and he's going to be playing Marcus Garvey.
What?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. I'm like, huh?
Okay.
What?
Nice.
Ooh, I'm excited. It's hosted. It's done by Amazon Studios. So
Okay.
Yep.
I see you, Amazon.
Okay.
I see what you're trying to do.
Okay.
I see it.
And the summary, like a summary on the movie itself is like it will be set in the 1920s, follow a young black man who joins the FBI, of course, only to later infiltrate Garvey's organization, the Universal Negro Improvement Association African Communities League. God. So, yeah. Marcus Garvey.
Nah.
So,
Hold on. Are we going to even get a more deeper historical retelling of the FBI using black people to fuck up more black people like we got in Judas and the Black Messiah? Oh my God.
I was just thinking about that. I'm like, ooh, Black Messiah.
Amazon, you genius.
Oh, Lord.
Yep.
Yep.
So I'm front row and center, ready for
Yes.
because Winston Duke is so much fun. He's such a wonderful actor too, so I'm really looking forward to it. Plus, he doesn't look too far. Like he kind of looks like as Marcus Garvey. Like I'm pretty sure it'd be pretty spot on. Anyways, the second news I got for all you Pokemon fans, myself included, yesterday was a Pokemon Direct celebrating the 25th anniversary of Pokemon this year. They dropped some heavy news, one that fans have been screaming about for the longest time. First of all, They went in depth about Pokemon Snap coming out on the Nintendo Switch. I think later this year. I think sometime this year, and it looks great. It's bringing back memories of Pokemon Snapshot, played on I believe the N64, and I'm excited for it. I'm thinking maybe I'll get my hands on it. I don't know yet. Um, but yeah, they definitely went more in depth about what you can do, more than just taking pictures. You get guides, all that stuff, and it looks great. It looks wonderful. The second is finally the remakes to um, Diamond and Pearl. I forgot the actual names of them. I'm not even gonna bother.
Shiny diamond, blistery pearl, or some shit.
Right. And I mean, yeah, it's about time. Of course, fans are excited. At the same time, they're complaining about it because that's what Nintendo fans do. And this is done by another company. It's not done. It's not being done by Game Freak, which is interesting. Not this and the third game that's coming out. And yes, it's basically the remake of the Diamond and Pearl series. One that it came out after the Ruby and Sapphire series, and it's just, personally I'm okay with it. I don't like the original games. I'll be honest. It's like the weak for me. It's the weakest. It has a lot to do, but it's just so slow and just the the. So I don't know if it's gonna be the exact same way, just different graphics, or if they change the gameplay. Whatever. The style looks interesting. It's growing on me. I kind of like it, but I'm considering maybe getting it. I don't know yet. If I'll just wait and see. I think it's coming out November of this year, December, November ish. I don't know. And the third game is a prequel to that same set of games, taking place in the same region 100 years prior or hundreds of years prior. So it's basically the feudal era. And you get three different starter types, but from different generations of the games, which I'm like, why? What what's the sense in that? But I don't know. I guess we don't know that much information about it, and it's also set up as a free roaming, like open world roaming, like type map instead of like the traditional like Pokemon map. Go here, then go there, then go here, then go there to complete this mission, and blah blah blah. Defeat the team Rocket or whatever. This one's more like you can just pretty much travel anywhere, encounter any type of Pokemon, have your old little like the prototype of the Pokeballs before they are what we all recognize them. And I think there's just like a lot of stories that they're connecting, but again, I don't know all the details. They didn't expand on them. They didn't really. They're not really good when they announce Pokemon stuff. They're just not. I don't know why. They need to fix that. But it was a pretty big day yesterday for Pokemon fans everywhere. And yeah, I think that's it. That's all I got so far.
I would like to say happy anniversary to Pokemon, happy Pokemon Day. But please, dear Pokemon company, stop being so goddamn confusing when you announce the games that people want to buy. You are $1 billion company. I understand y'all making money hand over fist with these mobile games and these plushies and everything.
Hmm.
But imagine how much more money you could make if people actually understood what the hell you was talking about.
Right.
Just shit, man. Yo, who writes y'all PR stuff?
Mm.
Y'all have months to set up these damn Nintendo Directs, and y'all still can't get the shit together? Just saying when something is out. And oh, and another thing, Japan is a small island. It's a beautiful island. One day I will move there and disappear there and never be heard from again. But America is bigger. That means there are more geeks here. Expand and stop focusing on the island and bring us some shit. Damn. All right.
All right.
Well, the stuff I have in general geekdom are, well, one sad thing and then one really cool thing. But let's start with the sad thing.
Uh-oh.
I have to say rest in peace to Fry's. As of this recording, the Friday before we recorded, Fry's just announced that they're shutting down everything. The website, the stores. I mean, they used to be geek heaven, especially for poor geeks. We just walk around and ask questions and they would teach us shit. And then we would go home and try to do it.
Wait. Are you
Um,
talking about FYE?
yeah, FRYE, Fry's.
I was like, wait.
Yeah, they go. Yeah, they're gone. They're closed down. All the stores are closed.
Completely?
With stuff still, yes, completely. All the stores are closed. With stuff still sitting on shelves. It's over. They're
What?
done. They're gone. It was a sad day. A
Uh,
very sad day. It's not like they were doing the best anyway, and the
no, but
pandemic just
still.
put them out of their misery. But these were institutions for the poor geek. Hell, not even for the poor geek, just for the geek that didn't want to wait around on Amazon shipping or Best Buy. We just walked into a fry and found what we needed and walked right out like that. They will be missed. But in brighter news, again, follow us on our social media because I posted this in our Facebook group and also on our Facebook page. Netflix is starting an anime scholarship. The application is on our Facebook page and our Facebook group. Hey, you want to find a way to get started with anime? Join the leading global streaming service, who literally the reason they're leading is because of their anime catalog and library.
Wow.
They are opening an anime scholarship and they're looking for people to hire to teach them anime. And because I am so slow and didn't write down this man's name, but he is one of the founders of Studio Ghibli, he's going to be in charge of this scholarship and training. It's a Studio Ghibli alumni. Like, so yeah, HBO Max might got Studio Ghibli for the United States, but Netflix got it for everywhere else, including the people that created the stuff. And you might get to work with them. So whoa, and yeah, and follow us on social media so you can sign up and tell them that the Afro Anime is essential. Well, that is it for me. And yeah, that's it for me. So thank you guys for listening. This is one of our longest episodes. I hope you stayed all the way to the end. And here's a prize for you. Support Black books. Go buy some books. Catch you later. Peace.